Greetings to the class of 1971 from Mrs. Yarger. Some of you will remember me as your kindergarten teacher. Others of you will remember Miss Feigem was your kindergarten teacher back in 1958. Quite a while ago, wasn't it? But I hope you will remember the words that Robert Fulcom said as he wrote his book, that everything I really needed to know, I learned in kindergarten. I'm sure you learned that with resting, playtime, singing, art, painting. Greetings to all of you, and enjoy the weekend with your friends. From Mrs. Yarger.
Do you have any favorite memories of your time as teacher in Morris?
Well, of course, one thing I taught kindergarten in quite a few different places. The first place was a house next to First Lutheran upstairs. And I had 35 in the morning and 35 in the afternoon. And so did the teacher downstairs. Then I went to the elementary and had a nice room. And then I was told to leave again because the school was growing and they needed my room, our rooms. So we went back to the Sunday school rooms at First Lutheran, where we were for 5 years. Then I finally got a permanent place, the nice new kindergarten room at the high school, or at the elementary and high school. And I enjoyed all those years with all those fine little 5-year-olds who are so innocent and who are so lovable. Not always, but they were. They just knew how to love you. They knew how to get the best of you. But those years were very good. And of course, we had lots of storms, so we didn't have school one year. Kindergarten, I don't know if we had kindergarten in January because of the storms that we had, because we had kindergarten half days in those days. And the faculty was great to work with. Every year I went there, I always had good faculty to work with, both in junior, senior, and elementary groups. And the parents were always very cooperative. And they always treated me, I know, very well. And they were very cooperative with things notes that we sent at home and things we did. Mr. Swifter came to the room to visit. He walked in the door, and I was conducting a class, and I just nodded at him, and one little boy stood up and said, "You can come up here and sit with us," and he pulled out a chair, so I found out he was a little more courteous than I was. Well, things like that happened. And I taught under Mr. Heising and Miss Olga Strand, Mrs. Greiner. That were the principals, and I taught under Mr. Fox was the superintendent who hired me. So you know that's quite a while ago. And Mr. Miller, and Mr. Eyeless, I forget his name. But my kindergarten years were very, very good. I suppose once in a while we griped about meetings or something, but as a rule, I enjoyed all my teaching years. The first ones were in elementary, 3rd and 4th grade, and 4th grade in Bellevue and Gilbert, Minnesota. And my first year was not so good. It was a rural school in District 52, south of Chicago. And I had never been in a rural school, but I've seen some of the people around, they're still walking around. I don't know how much I taught them, but it was a difficult year. but the rest of the time was very good. Well, that I wouldn't say that. Cut that out. I wouldn't say that because the people out there in District 52 were kind, very good people. So,
How many years did you teach kindergarten in Morris?
30 plus. I began teaching kindergarten in 1955, and I taught until 1987.
So now that you're 90 years old, right? Are you? How old are you?
I just sold Super 8.
How old are you today?
Oh, well, now I'm 89. Next month I'll be 90.
Okay. So do you have any pearls of wisdom for us today?
I do have an application.
Well, you know, for you today, just keep smiling and enjoy every day. And because we don't know what's going to happen the next day, but just greet everybody with a smile and just have good memories.
Are you in contact with any of the teachers yet? How many of the teachers are you in contact with?
From Morris, the only one is that I can think about it is out of town is Jenny Belsfug. But I'm in contact with many in Morris, and of course I taught many years with Judy Bluth, and we became like sisters, and we still are. Because most of them have moved away, or of course have died, so that a lot of the good friends have. Oh, there is one. Her name was Mrs. Rakavina, who taught with me. I still am in contact with her. She lives in the Twin Cities.
Wow. Wow. Do you have any stories about your kindergarten years? Do you have a story, a favorite story of yours? From your teaching years? You don't have to mention names.
No. I know. There are some, I'm sure the little boys wouldn't like it, but that at least the first day and a couple days later always sat in my lap. He was very shy. But he got over that and joined in the group. And well, yes, in one of my classrooms there was a playhouse, and it had the stove and the tables and the chairs and even a broom. And this one girl, I could still see her, she did not let the boys in that building. She had the broom and she would sweep them out. And of course they thought that was fun too. They tried to get in there with her sweeping them out. No, I won't say her name.
Yeah. Well, thank you very, very, very much. Yes, this is very...
We did do the first part of this is kind of interesting. The first part I taught kindergarten. We did more playing, well, and we learned, we had Dixie and Sally and some of those. But by the time I was through, we were teaching numbers and words, and we'd advanced a lot. And here we had a lot more of the equipment to use and movies and things like that. So we had really advanced. And of course we also went from half days to full days every other day. That was a big change too.
Wow. Well, good.
Oh, it was a good 30 years.
Very good.